Beautiful. Hello, we are live. Hello, Fit Factory Health Warriors. I am so excited to be here with you today and to share this fantastic woman with amazing knowledge with you and her 5 steps to unlimited success. It is going to be amazing. So
It's going to be an incredible training moment for everybody. That's right.
please help me welcome Rose all the way from across the big puddle here. And Rose is a trainer and therapist in hypnosis. We've met online when I was looking for speakers to bring value into the group. And she raised her hand up and we had an initial chat. And oh my God, is she full of amazing stuff. So I'm just going to get her to speak like this to share her story with you. So Rose, why don't you tell us a little bit about how did you actually got into hypnosis? How did you get into this life?
Well, it's a lifestyle change, and I started as, and I still have it as a master level clinician and a licensed professional counselor, and I needed something to help because I was so impressed with the client testimonies and the results that hypnotist people get, and I wanted that, and a licensed professional counselor, and then I got a little backdrop there. Anyway, so I wanted a system where I could help people, and then of course help myself, and that when you take action, then you succeed and you just do it, which is what hypnosis is just about. It's about keeping the state of mind of success and that confident when you grow and when you take action, and no matter how you walk through that firewalk of change, you expect to succeed. It's working on that mindset to succeed and keeping you healthy and your core needs and your basic needs, because that's making you number one. Like Virginia Satir said, that you own all parts of you, your physical health, where you take care of what your body needs, you get in great shape, you eat right at the right time, the right amount, you drink cool, refreshing water, you make you a priority. Your mental health, meaning you feel smart, you're always doing the smart thing just for you. Emotional health, confident when you take action. Spiritual health is connected to God, your higher self, being in great shape and having your thing together. And then, of course, then the other leg I want to add in there is the financial health. And guys, don't forget about that part too. So, in a nutshell, I came in to wanting to focus on the client and get the success they needed. And then now, a few years in later, we have 78 Google reviews at our Southeast Hypnosis website, Google site there. And I'm very proud of that because our client success is our number one priority.
Oh, that's beautiful. I absolutely love this. And I think you and I are both very passionate about actually making change in people's lives. So
Mm-hmm.
I come from academia. I went into science in order to be able to make difference in people's lives. But I've actually realized that in academia, I can't directly impact people. I can only do it indirectly, and it takes 50 years to actually make it. Whereas as a health nutrition coach, I can make changes directly to people's lives. So what are some changes that you can make in a person's life with your business?
So it's that, since we're talking about academia, I want to. This is a great training moment. The water came in the wrong way, guys. So, um, we hypnotists and hypnosis help you set into the reality in taking the action and being the school of hard knocks, being the school of experience and learning and trying and learning to do things differently. Because there's in the NLP basic premise is that you have the resources you need in order to be the what we call the higher self. Is remember that all parts of you being in great shape and having everything together, owning all parts of you so you can rise above and be the best you. And then you wake up every morning, you can re-engineer that, and you have the opportunity to go ahead and do that. So then You have the best knowledge, and that you're going to be okay. Confidence is being okay when you have a setback. Confidence is being okay when you're going to learn and be okay with the school of hard knocks through experience, through that. So in academia, we get to this book and our eyes gets covered and you can't see me. Then I can't see you either. And in essence, reading a book is just like that. I can't see you. And then we're looking down. I want you to look straight ahead. I want you to look toward after now. So then let's get straight to it that uh, there are 5 easy steps toward your responsibility toward positive change. Now, 1, decide what you want to do. What is your outcome? How would it benefit you? It needs to be specific, well-formulated outcome you write out. That's for you. Because remember, it's not about Golly Dream Giant because there's no such thing. It's about you. All righty. And then Jeannie Labore said a well-formulated outcome is important because you got to know where your vacation spots is going to be at. Think about it.
I love that.
If you're going to be, you don't know where you're going to go. It's almost as if you're going to spend 365 days in the airplane. You're going to go on vacation, but you tell the pilot you don't know where you need to go.
Yeah.
And you're just going in circles. So you got to know where you're going to decide to go and go to. And that vision, what you see, it has to be passionate, it has to be grit, it has to be so real in all your senses. And then, because then life's going to throw you a curveball. You got to plan and adapt to that curveball. Your ego, your mood, what comes up comes down, must be out of it. Now, let me repeat that again. So your ego must be out of your goalpost. Meaning your goalpost, whether it's to lose weight, then to keep it off. Lose the weight and keep it off. Don't forget about keeping it off at the end, guys, all right? Lose the weight and keep it off. There's no such thing as just, I'll just do it for about 5 minutes and expect 500 pounds to be going off. That's not realistic. You could go toward your goalpost, and then you're going to get your ego out of it. You're going to get your ego up, meaning, well, I feel exhilarated. Okay, I lost 60 pounds. Then I don't have to do nothing about it after that. Oh, yes, you do. You got to keep the action to keep it off. Because you value, right? You value your self-esteem because it is an accomplishment to lose 50 pounds. I mean, and I love the stories when they lose 80, 100 pounds. And the before and after picture is totally amazing. You went through the bell curve of frustration. It was hard at first because exercising is hard at first. Because if you've been sedentary and you sit down a lot, your body's going to experience pain. And guess what? You're going to be in tune with your mind and body, what it needs, and listen to the pain because your body's stretching it out. And then do it in order to soothe it down so you can do it again the next day. So then again, get your ego out of it when you achieve, and then get your ego out of it when you feel like you're down in the dumps. Like it's not going fast enough. It's not working. Then I need you to think of it as this. What specific action you're going to do to get there? Now, actions you're going to do to get there. First, you got to decide what you want. It has to be a well-formulated outcome, what you see, hear, and feel last. If we feel our outcome first, we're just going to get so frustrated. You got to see it. You got to hear it. And then create an action plan to just do it. And then,
yes,
right? It's really that easy. Then I need everyone in order to consider, create, and adapt to an action plan where you got to learn to be behaviorally flexible.
I notice a lot of people get stuck there. They're not flexible, or maybe they already get stuck in the ego part, like a lot of people have massive ego before even starting to go on their journey. And especially when it comes to asking for help with something, because they think that they don't need help with weight loss, for example.
It's that you, it's as a hypnotist, you always know what you need to do.
Mhm.
We are going to hold you accountable to take the action. Enjoy inside your body, joy, and even Stephen, and slow and steady, which means uh, when you make the change, your body will send the alarm that it will get frustrated.
Mhm. Absolutely, because it's breaking a habit, it's breaking the known.
Right? If you're going to break a habit, your
Mhm.
body is used to a bad habit for a long time. So then really think about it, guys. You know, this is sort of, if you want to get the habit to be erased, you got to take the effort in to make a more effective habit. You could easily just do it right now and through fixation to now what you want to do, and then relax about it and be really, really relaxed in order to just find the joy inside your nervous system. Joy in exercising, joy in pushing to where you need to be at,
Yes,
joy in pushing your body in order to get there, which means athletes now they have well defined tone, endurance in their body. It's just because they set the mind to it. They listen to the action they should take. They all started from the beginning of not being they all started at the beginning where they weren't as strong and they need to build endurance. So, which means you got to learn how to push through that and find joy when you do all the activities that create the lifestyle you want. And it all starts with step number one. You can't go to step number two, which is step number one is they have faith and belief, and kindness and persistent. Do you really want what you want? Because it has to be a must and a can and a will do.
absolutely. This is why it's so important to set goals, because otherwise you just get carried away when we're going through. It gets a bit difficult at the moment, and they're like, "Ah, well, I'm just gonna stop." But you need to have that goal in front of you. You know why you're doing this. You know that it's not just to fit in a dress. You know that it's actually to have more energy to play with your children and to play with your grandchildren.
In the benefit we call leverage, the benefit for each person is going to be different.
Yes.
Like for instance, if you want to fit into that dress or into the blue jeans you want, guys, or into the swimsuit season is coming, then go ahead, put it up there right in front of you when you work out, so you can push yourself to do it. So when you push it with joy, then the idea would be that you do it automatically, like you know your name. Then
Mhm.
the idea will be, you know how to ride a bike, you know how to ride a car. Say your name, and when you say your name, yes, that's right, you know your name, and you're going to do it automatically. So then the purpose is this: everything we do in our behavior is conditioned. We
Mhm.
are conditioned to a response. Now, then at a hypnotist, we teach you to be successfully in the more effective conditioning to a response that support your decision toward your goalpost, which is what do you want to do? And you got to have passion about it. And you got to want it to be so real that it's right there in front of your mind. So which means if you want to fit into the dress, put it there, get the size that you need, and then when you get smaller, then know that you have the feeling that you arrived, that you achieved, and that you got to then notice the unuseful thoughts, that junk, that stinking thinking, and then dump it out. Just dump it out. Just throw it out into the trash can. Then imagining just putting all that attitude, where one of the attitudes could be, well, I'm not worthy, being depressed, right?
Mhm.
Uh,
Mhm.
lazy complacency. It happens. Two choice, because there's only really one choice, right? What else? Anger, resentment, self sabotage, eating
That's
out of
the
emotional
one.
comfort. What
Yeah.
else?
Yeah,
right?
that's a huge one. Absolutely. Procrastination as a form of
Mhm.
self-sabotage. Yeah.
Yes, it is. It is. I'll wait till tomorrow. I can wait till tomorrow. If you're gonna dump that and just put it in a box, and then now imagine it just pushing it away a million miles to Timbuktu and pushing it away from you. So, which means then in your mind, in a slow, steady, and relaxed way, then see yourself succeeding.
Mm.
See, rehearse the action and see yourself succeeding. So, which means sometimes you got to visually see yourself succeed. It's harder to see yourself in a smaller size when you're another size. Then get something, a clothes that you want to get into that support that decision, that want to motivate you, to get a picture of you in a good mood, in a great memory, that confident, and then put it there when you need to get to the bike or to work out or to eat right, or when you're in the refrigerator. Isn't there a picture you could put up where you look great and you're thin, or that you can then see yourself there? Uh, there's different ways in which you just go ahead and just do it, which
Mhm.
means you got to change your mood about succeeding. You got to expect to succeed. You got to build a positive belief system where you put the effort into it and you put the results into it and you benefit from it.
Mhm. Mhm.
And then just do it and act on your plan.
Just do it. I love
Just do
that.
it. So
Just do
then
it.
just do it. So how do you throw out indifference? How do you throw out procrastination? How do you throw out all those poison when you feel like I don't care? Nobody's supporting me, so I just can't quit. I can't succeed anyway because it's not worth doing. Then get up, change the physiology. Get rid of the sticking thinking by exercising. Hey, if it, running in place 1 minute, do a hit, high, low impact, jumping jacks, run around your house if there's COVID situation, um, take the stairs if you have stairs, get your tennis shoes on, keep them on, which means if you unconsciously ate and you didn't mean to and you ate too much, then how do you throw out the poison, which is the sabotage and the stinking thinking? Like Zig Ziglar was said, you got to get rid of that stinking thing from the neck up to it's just like you got to get rid of it. So how do you get rid of it? Get up and change the physiology. Hey, push yourself on your favorite fun joy exercise in order to get that weight off. If you eat right without exercising, you will not lean up. So then, how do you get rid of that feeling? By doing something, by taking action. Now, love is an action word. Exercising is an action word. Uh, you got to take action, and you build self-esteem, and your self-esteem grows. You take action and find joy like a child at play. When you were a kid, when you learn how to jump rope, because I did, and the hula hoop, all the games we played when we were a kid, Barbie, Ken, what else? It's this is we expected to have so much fun, and we had so much fun learning new things. So have fun, enjoy, and expect just to achieve, because then that's
Yeah.
how you get it. That's how you do it.
I absolutely love what you said, and especially when you touched on action. I think too many people are waiting to get motivated or they're waiting to get inspired, but they don't actually realize that by taking action, the motivation will follow. Because as soon as you
Hmm.
actually take that first step, it doesn't have to be a 5K run, it doesn't have to be burpees, it's just put on your shoes and go out of the house.
Yeah,
That's it. That's the
that's
first
it.
step.
That's the
Yeah,
first step. Yeah, yeah. You got to
absolutely.
understand. You got to understand, guys. You got to understand. You're going toward how you're going to be next. but you got to have patience to where you're at now.
Yes.
Meaning your endurance, your shape will get better when you put the effort into it. You got to start where you're at. Because
Mhm.
then if you go to the all or nothing, remember I alluded to the academia. Academia people, we tend to go all or nothing. We make too many choices. We things way too difficult. Um, we go into those like the dog chasing his tail where we keep going in circles. It's you got to start where you're at. You got to start where you're at.
It's
And
managing expectations, isn't it? It's
mhm,
realizing that you've been behaving in a certain way for a year or even longer. Some people for
yeah, some
decades.
people are like for what 20 years, 10
Yeah,
years.
the whole
Yeah,
life. You have these habits and these patterns embedded in your brain. You cannot expect them to disappear in 90 days, not even in 6 months. It's a work in progress. So you need to start somewhere and then work up, because you will start as a version of you that you are right now. But when you continue going and working and putting in action, you are going to change. You're going to
right.
be a different person as well. You're going to grow as a person. Your body's going to change. Your mindset's going to change. You're going to see that you are capable of making changes, and you're going to keep driving the change. I always say, I lost 55 pounds. The losing part was easy. The keeping it off part for over 10 years. Now
That's the accomplishment.
that was the
Bravo,
challenge.
bravo.
Yeah.
That's right. Because that's where for 10 years,
Yeah.
where like Candace, she kept her weight off with hypnosis for 10 years. So she lost 58 pounds
There
with
you
a
go.
thyroid problem. That's where I said, which is this is that you got to start where you're at. And you have to believe in you and the best version, the highest version of you after now. So like you could be part of the great thinkers, like
Mm.
Henry Ford, who got the T model and he got successful. And where we at now, we had we that Kellogg's, Mr. Kellogg's, who did Kellogg cereal. His dad, I'm sorry, no, not his dad. His brother was probably like his dad. They didn't get along, and his brother was a psychiatrist. So then he had faith and belief that he can make cereal. And then what happened was that they have a disagreement because the psychiatrist's brother is an academic. You got to do it my way or the highway. He wasn't flexible. So the Mr. Kellogg, who couldn't sell a broom, who who said, "Okay, I'll go with you, brother." And then he got this cereal, which is corn flakes. He believed in his cornflakes recipe. He asked for the patients there, said, "Do you like it with sugar or without sugar?" They say with sugar. And then he broke apart from his brother. And one time, his brother, the psychiatrist brother, the his hospital, his sanitarium, uh, burned down. So he needed to get out of it. So he paid, which is equivalent to like $1 million for his brother to do what he wanted to do, break off, and he then make Kellogg cereal, which means there was a lot of frustration, but he was able to see him after now, which means in by 1930 he was able to start a foundation, and I started doing nonprofit and working and helping people, which means how you can be part of the great thinkers who just believe in the dream and the goalposts, the outcome so much that they were willing to do that what they want to do in order just to get there. And then Mr. Kellogg broke away from his scrutinizing brother because they had a really bad relationship. And he did the right thing in his highest self because of his decision and his trust in himself and his goals. He got to Kellogg cereal, and he was the first. And he was far ahead of his time, where yes, he put sugar in cereal, and yes, he put a toy in for a little kid to enjoy eating his cereal, a healthy cereal in the morning. So, which means then you act upon your plan because you know your plan,
Mhm.
you see it, And then again, put a picture in order to remind you this is what your goalpost is. Paint the picture of what you want to do. It's always going to be in front of your mind. Then after that, create a specific action plan to support your goalpost. Get your ego, get the junk out of it. Begin to notice what's useful and what's not. Think of failure as a great opportunity to learn so you can do it differently. And in your mind, number 4, you are succeeding, and you can build a positive belief system and rehearse it by putting that picture in front of your mind that you're thin or whatever action you want to do. And then 5, do it. Listen to the action you should take and you simply take it. And that will then build your confidence, have conviction to finish what you start, and then keep it off for 10 years, and then have more of it, because then you own all parts of you, and that you can re-engineer you. You love you when you succeed. When you succeed, you try. And then, like Virginia Satir will say, then love all parts of you, and in the hearts of all parts of you, where you see yourself doing it, and love the part of that, you can stay positive in your success. And what you can do in loving of you, that each every morning is your great opportunity to re-engineer you and to keep the highest self, because your priority is worth doing.
Absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much. I really, really resonate with everything that you said. It is honestly, these are very simple steps, but they are easy to take and they're easy not to take. And it's up to the individual to
Mhm.
decide which path they're going to take. So thank you very much for sharing your wisdom with us. It has been incredible. Where can people find you if they want to speak to you? Do you offer any sessions? How can people work with you?
So, which means that they can come look at my reviews at southeasthypnosis.com, and or research Southeast Hypnosis, and you'll find me on Google My Business. But go to my website, because my Google reviews are in my website. If you notice at the calendly.com/Southeast Hypnosis, one word, that's where you can schedule your free screening to determine if hypnosis is going to benefit you, to see about your goals, and have a great chat with a master hypnotist, so you learn how to go ahead and start making your steps toward your positive change. So then I have it on a Saturday, and then sometimes certain mornings during the week. And that's all they have to do is just see that link, and then type that link in and schedule it. And then I send you a couple of emails and we start engaging that way.
Well, that sounds absolutely fantastic. Thank you again, Rose, for coming here with us. You will send me the links and I can pop them under here, or I will pop them in the description as well. Thank you
Okay.
everyone for joining us and for all your questions. It has been absolutely amazing. And if you want to get in touch with Rose, please do. She's super approachable. She's really fun to talk to. Oh my gosh, she didn't even touch her full story, which is incredible. Like she told me when we first spoke. So absolutely an individual that you want to meet better. Even if you don't want hypnosis, just get around her for the positive vibration that she's giving out into the world. And again, thank you so much for coming. Speak to Scotland. I know that Texas is quite far away. Is it Texas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, Houston, Texas. It is. You're what, 6 hours apart?
Oh, wow.
I
Incredible.
think. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Ish, 6 about. But I appreciate your time. It's gonna be lunchtime for you, so I'm gonna love you and leave you. And if anyone wants to get in touch with Rose, please just follow the links that I'm gonna pop in the comment section. Okay. Have a great evening, everyone. Bye bye.